Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Stanley. So on stage, I have with me Tom, the CEO of Mio, which is the first real-time interoperability tool between Slack and Google Chat. And Stanley, sorry, I don't remember your role, but he's from Broadcom, who can actually talk about how they're already previewing Mio interoperability with Slack and Google Chat. Thanks for joining me on stage.
Thanks so much, Mike. Hi, everyone. My name is Tom Hadfield. I'm the CEO of Mio. And we're really happy today to announce our partnership with Google to make Google Chat fully interoperable with Slack and Microsoft Teams to enable cross-platform messaging between different messaging applications. This will be a problem that many of you are familiar with. We found that most large enterprise customers are using multiple collaboration tools, Google Workspace, Microsoft Teams, Slack, Zoom, WebEx, often alongside each other within the enterprise. The coexistence of multiple collaboration tools within the same organization is increasingly common. For end users, this can lead to a frustrating employee experience. It can often lead to the need to monitor multiple chat applications, as Stanley's experienced at Broadcom. That can result in delays in replying to messages. It can result in missed messages. The Harvard Business Review wrote an article on the toggle tax, which quantifies the economic cost in terms of lost productivity of needing to switch between multiple collaboration tools. The good news is, it doesn't need to be this way. We've built Mio to be a bridge that connects Google Chat with Microsoft Teams and Slack and other collaboration tools. Once Mio has been configured by your workspace administrator, your end users in Google Chat will be able to send messages from within the Google Chat client, and the recipient can receive that message inside Slack or inside Microsoft Teams. Your Google Chat users inside the Google Chat client can now join a Slack channel from inside Google Chat. They can join a Microsoft Teams channel from inside Google Chat. And they can share content, files, images. They can post threaded replies, emoji reactions, @mentioning users. Those users will receive a native @mention notification on their preferred chat application. So for the first time now, you have fully native cross-platform chat between different chat applications inside the enterprise. There is no end user software, no client for the user to use. Mio is invisible to the end user. They don't have to change their behavior. They don't require any training. This can be configured and deployed by your administrator in the cloud. So Mio is available from today in beta. You can find out more at our website, m.io. And will be generally available from early next year. At this point, I'd like to walk you through a video demo. On the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see the Slack client. On the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see the Google Chat client. This message has been posted on the left. It appears in real time on the right inside Google Chat. If the Slack user makes an error and wants to edit their message, you can see them updating the message on the left. The message updates on the right-hand side. The Google user can go in and post a threaded reply to that message on the right-hand side, and that message will show up as a threaded reply inside Slack on the left-hand side. You can see this user in Google is now deleting the message, the threaded reply, which they regret sending. That message now disappears from Slack. So these channels are now a mirror image of each other. Any action taken on one side is mirrored on the other side. And as you can see now, the Google user is posting a message, and it's going to drop into that message a PDF file. That file will be transferred across through the APIs to arrive in Slack. Again, from the Slack user's perspective, this is a native experience. It's just like chatting with any other user who might be using the same platform as themselves, even though the sender sent it from Google. Emojis are supported. Any of the emoji reactions are supported. As you can see, those reactions are showing up on both sides. So this is available from today. If you have coexistence of multiple tools alongside Google Chat in your organization, please come find us. But first, I'd like to pass it over to Stanley. Now, Stanley, I know you have Google Chat and other chat applications at Broadcom. Would love to hear your perspective on the importance of chat interoperability.
Okay, thanks, Tom. If you look at the communication landscape, it has changed tremendously. Since email in the 1980s, all right, email is king. And then in the 2000s, even more so with the smartphone available to the masses. But today, chat is taking over. As Jason Coutu said earlier, he lives on chat and he cannot survive without chat. However, as Tom pointed out, 85% of the enterprises have, what do you call that, 2 or more chat. And Broadcom have 3, I'm sad to say. And it's inefficient. And as Tom alluded to, the UI has subtle differences, right? And you have to learn every single platform. And he didn't say it, licensing all these chat platform across the enterprise can be costly because you need 3 sets of licenses, right? So cost is also a factor, right? Now, email is always king. You know, I remember the days when the first thing I reach for my smartphone when I wake up, right, is to check my email. But of course, I need to turn off my alarm first, right? But these days, everyone is checking chat. But checking 3 chats is crazy. Email was so popular is because you only have one corporate inbox. You only manage one inbox. Now you have 3 chat inboxes, right? But with Mio these days, you know, with the interop, you have only one chat inbox, so to speak. And you can use it on your preferred and most comfortable chat platform, right? To me, this is a game changer and is a revolutionary transformation for the chat experience for the end users.
Thank you, Stanley.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Stanley. One thing I did want to highlight is just, I've been testing Mio for quite some time now, and it is truly real time. It blows my mind every time we're testing it, just how real time it is. End users that we've tried it with don't realize that the other user may be on a completely different platform. The benefit of having that native experience for end users is amazing. So thank you, Tom. Thank you, Stanley. Thank you, everyone, for coming out to our talk today. If you do have more questions around real-time interoperability, sorry? Oh, yes, sorry. Apologies. If you do have questions, we can take questions right now, and all of us will be at the back, but I'm happy to answer any questions. I think, sorry, did I see your hand go up?
I had a question about invitations. So if somebody from one platform want to invite somebody on another platform, the invitation is just natural. So if I'm on Google Chat, I don't have to know that somebody's on any other teams. I just put their email and they will be invited on their native platform.
That's exactly it. Yeah. So the end user experience to initiate chat with a user on a different platform is identical, exactly the same as the experience of initiating a chat with the user on the same platform. So you go to the search bar, you type in their name, you start chatting with them. They will receive that invitation and message on their preferred platform, and then they continue the conversation from there. So neither user needs to change their behavior in any way.
And I've got one more question here.
Thank you. My question is about retention. Our company has different divisions. One division in the UK, which has a totally different retention period. They're on Microsoft Teams and we're on Google Chat. How does that play with Mio?
Yeah, great question. When you post a message into a Google Chat space, Mio will post a copy of that message into the Slack channel. That message is now stored twice. Once in Google, and that will be subject to your Google retention policy. And the other message is stored in Slack, will be subject to the Slack retention policy. And so a little like when you send an email to someone in a different company, the email in your box is subject to your retention policy. The email in their box is subject to their retention policy. Importantly, from an AI perspective, that data is now available in both platforms for AI training and other uses.
We have a couple of minutes left. Does anyone have any more questions? I hope you don't mind being the QA moderator as well. Anyone else? Okay, well, thank you everyone. Very much appreciated for coming out. If you've got more questions that you'd like to talk to Mio and CloudFuse about, please feel free. We'll be at the back for quite some time. Thank you.